Hey guys, welcome back to Econ Time with SK. So grab your notebooks, your favorite cup of coffee, and let's get started. So in this video, we are going to continue with our discussion of supply shift factors. So here we're going to start off with talking about the number of sellers. And this is quite straightforward, which is saying that as the number of sellers increases, of course, the supply of the good is going to go up at each and every price. So let's think of a scenario where we have actually seen this. Maybe in your living memory, you're going to be able to relate to the case for the market for streaming services. So initially, most people, they just had access to Netflix, okay? And there were actually no other streaming services where you could pay a fee and then have access to a variety of shows. Later, we saw a bunch of other streaming services come up, such as Hulu, Amazon Prime. In the US, they have something called Peacock. And then, Apple's got its own one as well. I think it's Apple TV Plus. So there's a whole bunch of streaming services now. Everybody's joined this market just because it is profitable. So what happens when there are the number of sellers? So essentially, this is a scenario where the number of sellers goes up. When the number of sellers goes up, they've all rushed into this production of this good because they think it's profitable. Then, of course, what is happening is that more is being produced at each and every price. If more is being produced at each and every price, remember this is our step one, then step two essentially means that the supply of this good, supply, let's say, of streaming services, it goes up. And so step three essentially means that the supply curve of streaming services, it will shift outwards from S1 to S2. Of course, when you are referring to S1 and S2, you will have to draw a diagram to show what you're talking about, which is not drawn here, so I will do it for you. Essentially, you are saying that you're drawing the case for streaming apps, right? And so the scenario was such that initially, when you only had Netflix, this, let's say, was the supply curve, right? So at this price, this is the quantity that was there. Now, when more people rush into this at the same price, essentially, more companies are willing to provide this service. So essentially what happens? The supply curve shifts rightwards from S1 to S2. So that is what we are talking about here. All right, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.